Have you ever poured a refreshing beer only to be met with an unexpected, sharp, and sour aroma, distinctly like vinegar? It can certainly be a surprising and unwelcome discovery. When your beer smells like vinegar, it is a clear sign that acetic acid is present. This particular off flavor is primarily caused by a type of bacteria called acetobacter. This unwelcome guest thrives in beer, turning the delightful alcohol into that pungent vinegar scent you are noticing. The core mechanism behind this transformation is quite fascinating and depends on a specific bacterial process. Acetobacter is an aerobic bacteria, meaning it absolutely requires oxygen to survive and do its work. Once introduced to beer, and given access to oxygen, it metabolizes the ethanol, which is the alcohol in your beer, and converts it into acetic acid. This is the very same acid that gives vinegar its characteristic smell and taste. Common entry points for acetobacter into your beer include poor sanitation practices during brewing or packaging, or simply exposing the beer to too much air, especially after fermentation has completed and protective carbon dioxide levels have dropped. Think of it like leaving a bottle of wine open for too long. It will eventually turn into vinegar. So, how can you prevent this from happening? For homebrewers, meticulous cleaning and sanitizing of all equipment that touches your beer is paramount. Any residue or unsterilized surface can harbor acetobacter. For everyone, minimizing oxygen exposure during and after fermentation is crucial. Ensure your fermentation vessels are properly sealed, and if you are bottling, make sure your caps create a tight seal. When enjoying commercial beer, check the bottle cap or can for any signs of damage or improper sealing, and store your beer properly to avoid temperature fluctuations that could compromise its integrity. This process of alcohol turning into acetic acid is called acetification. While a very slight hint of tartness can be intentional in some specific beer styles, such as certain Belgian sours or wild ales, a strong, dominant vinegar smell is almost always considered a serious off-flavor. Recognizing this distinct aroma helps you understand what went wrong, and ultimately, how to avoid it in the future, particularly if you are brewing at home. Ultimately, a clean brewing environment and careful handling to prevent air exposure are your best defenses against that unwanted vinegar scent. By taking these simple precautions, you can ensure your beer remains a refreshing and enjoyable experience, free from any sour surprises.